Okay, what's up everyone? Aslam Dutoya, and I'm sitting with Zahir again today from GM Energy. And Zahir, what I wanted to speak to you about today is, since the last couple of videos we've done, I've had people messaging me saying they want to get into the fuel game or the wholesale fuel game, but a lot of them don't have the capital, they don't have the money, but they want to be in this game. So I know that you guys have, for example, an agency program where you pay people commission for bringing you customers. And I thought that's actually a brilliant way for people to enter this market with basically no capital, and they're putting in what we call sweat equity to build up some capital, and make some money from that. But maybe let's just speak about this concept of earning money from selling or referring customers to a company like GM Energy. And I know there are probably a few other companies out there, but maybe just speak around, how can someone who doesn't have any capital enter this market, make money from actually selling the fuel with no capital being put down from their pocket?
Okay, thank you, Aslam. So I remember the last time we did speak briefly on the topic, but it's important, to expand so that your clients and your friends, as well as your listenership, understand, what exactly is required. So, anyone can sell fuel. Anyone can sell a loaf of bread. Anyone can sell this, that, and the other, as long as you have that passion and the ability to sell. And if you are very keen on entering into the industry, you don't have the capital, you don't have the licensing, and you don't have the various other requirements to fulfill that objective, then you can obviously start with us under an agency agreement. And if you are based in Gauteng, ideally, you set up an appointment with us. We'll take you through the whole process,
Right.
Of what is required, who your potential customers are. Maybe you have already identified potential customers for the long list of products that we do supply, and then we can engage. If you are based further out anywhere in the country, we can do a Zoom call, we can do a telecon, and we can discuss in further in terms of what, how, when, where. Because if you look at it, we are a fuel wholesaler, and the scope is very big. So it's not just diesel, it's petrol, it's paraffin, it's lubricants, it's greases, it's specialty products like burner fuel, heavy fuel oil, light fuel oil. The list is endless. Aviation gas, jet fuel, LPG gas on a bulk scale.
Okay.
So we do the entire range of products, and we supply through various places across the country. We've got a network of transporters, operators, as well as we work with other wholesalers in order to fulfill on our customers' needs. So we're there to help you, and we're there to guide you.
Okay.
An old mentor of mine always used to say that no one can take anything away from you.
Okay.
What's written is written. That you cannot miss. So I don't mind sharing knowledge, sharing information, and tomorrow, if you successful on your own, we're happy for you. If you're successful making money with us, we're happy for you.
Okay. Okay, so thanks for that. So basically, what you're saying is, someone comes, they don't really have experience, they don't really have an understanding of the fuel game, but they're willing to go out there and find these customers. So let's speak about who these customers would be, because you mentioned a few products, but some of those products would be for very specific types of customers. So maybe if you can take us through someone that wants to, for example, sell the LPG gas that you're talking about, or someone who wants to sell jet fuel. That's not for any type of client. And different people will come from different backgrounds and have different experiences. So some guys might not have access to the companies that would use jet fuel. So maybe take us through that category of products and say who are the normal ideal type of clients that would be buying those products.
Okay, so it's very important to, like with any business, is to obviously observe your market and understand your client's needs first,
Right.
and then see how you can fulfill on your client's needs. So it doesn't help, going out there advertising and canvassing. I can sell jet fuel and I can sell this and I can sell that, when you don't actually have anyone who has a need for it.
Right.
So I mean, jet fuel is sold directly through via contracts to your aviation companies,
Right.
to the hangars, and so on and so forth. So Air Force Base, etc., etc. So if you have, hypothetically speaking, if you are involved in government or in state contracts and so on, and you have a need or a requirement to fulfill jet fuel, then obviously we can assist you with that.
So that would be, let me just pause there. So that would mean maybe someone's won a tender and they need to supply a government department with jet fuel.
Then we
you
can
could be a
assist.
supplier
Yeah.
to that. Okay, I've got
Yeah.
that.
Then obviously you have your hospitals who have burners, and they would require HFO, heavy fuel oil,
Okay.
or LO10, that's light fuel oil. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
and then there's other specialty oils that they would require.
Okay.
Then you would go to your transport companies, who would obviously take diesel from you. They would take hydraulic oil from you, and they would take diesel engine oil.
Right.
So you can sell them on the entire range of products once you understand your client's needs.
Okay.
And it's very strange, because a lot of times, you will have people, okay, give me a price. You don't throw price. You're selling service.
Right.
And your price is tailored according to your individual client's needs.
Right.
So that's something very important to understand, from an agent's perspective. It's not one price fits all, and it's all very volume dependent, and pricing is always based on a sliding scale.
Okay.
And then certain products obviously are not sold in small quantities, because we wholesalers and we limited in terms of that.
Okay.
So
So what is when you sell, for example, diesel? I remember you saying that you've got to sell it in what you call a load, like in one load. So how many liters of diesel would go into one load?
Right. So on the diesel wholesale side, and petrol as well, we work on bulk or break bulk. So bulk is a full tanker. Break bulk is obviously compartments, 5,000 liters, 10,000, 20,000 liters, and it would depend on area for area.
Okay.
And how we can fulfill on those.
Okay. So what you spoke about here is two things. You've got these products. Some people might be agents to you, where they're not taking out the money to physically buy this, but they're connecting you with a customer. They found you a customer, and you're then giving them a commission on.
Yeah. So
on
then
that.
we would sign up obviously a full agency agreement
Okay.
with the respective candidate, and then every time that client places his order, once the client obviously has been verified, the site has been verified, the tank installations have been verified, then only we can supply. So we don't just take an order and then send a truck to a pin location.
Right.
We're living in a dangerous
Right.
environment, and we obviously do all those checks and verifications.
Money needs to be in the bank, for example, before
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Correct.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's where it's basically someone who's an agent. They're then earning a commission based on the volume that they've sold. But what you also mentioned is you are actually a wholesaler to people that have a customer out there. So they're physically going to take out the money, buy this from you, okay, and then they're going to supply to their customer, who might be the hospital or the aviation company.
So
right?
yeah, we supply to those kind of clients. So we supply to other wholesalers. We supply to depots.
Right.
We supply to certain service stations. And we also supply directly to certain hospitals,
Okay.
mines, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
But there's nothing stopping you from coming and saying, okay, you know what, I have a contract in place, or I have certain purchase orders to fulfill, and I would like to do some sort of a JV agreement. We open to that, provided obviously it meets our criteria.
Okay.
Mm.
And I just want to make it clear, because I know some of the questions that are probably going to come from this video. You obviously don't offer credit lines, right? It's cash, it's COD.
We do offer credit lines to certain clients, and on certain basis. So obviously, we have a lengthy credit application that is fulfilled by the clients. There's certain sureties, warranties, guarantees that need to be provided, and then we can come back and say, okay, you know what, client has been vetted, verified. More specifically, like you'll have your listed companies and your large companies who have national footprints. So obviously we place reliance on that, and then obviously on the sureties and guarantees.
Okay, 100%. Okay, so you'll see here, I see here when I walk in here, so you've got a whole bunch of lubricants and oils. So I'm assuming a product like this would be more ideal to selling, say, into wholesalers or motor spares businesses,
Yeah.
right?
So a lot of these, your ideal client base would be your fleet companies.
Right.
That's your trucking companies, motor spares, and also just your mines. Your mines obviously use a lot of hydraulic oil. They use a lot of super tractor oil and the greases as well. Manufacturing companies, they also utilize all these products.
Okay.
So it's all made according to specification. Base oils and so on are all approved, and yeah. I mean,
So these products are things that you guys manufacture, it's your own brand,
yeah,
right?
correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So essentially, for people that are out there that are possibly looking for a supplier of lubricants and oils and things like coolants for the vehicle and gear oil, brake fluid, these guys are actually a manufacturer and wholesaler, so they could actually supply you if you are selling over to those types of people. Okay, Zay, I think that's very helpful. Is there anything else you want to add for someone that wants to get into this game to make it a bit easier for them to understand? Is there any website they can go and read up on? Do you recommend any articles they need to read?
You can visit our website. You can reach out to us on WhatsApp, on email, and anywhere where we can assist you, guide you. Sometimes, you have inquiries that turn out to be clients,
Right.
inquiries that turn out to be JV partners. So we don't know where it will take us,
Okay.
but don't be afraid to ask the questions, because we're there to help you.
Okay.
By me helping you, I'm helping myself.
Yes.
So, yeah, we're
That's
open
it.
to that.
Okay, guys, so there you have it. If you are either someone that maybe wants to get into the fuel game, you don't have capital, you can become an agent with a company like GM Energy, where it means you're going to go out, you're going to look for certain customers, maybe companies and customers that are already in your network that you have a relationship with. You can connect them to a company like this, and you would then earn a commission. And then there would be other people who want to buy and resell, right? You want to buy and resell things like fuel, but remember, then you would need to have a license to do that. Or alternatively, Zahir and them can supply directly to your customer. You would agree on a price with them, and they would deliver it to your customer, and your customer would pay you a higher price, obviously, right? So is that how it would work?
Yeah, so we
If the
normally...
person doesn't have a license, let's say they're an in-betweener, they've connected you, but they want to basically make a markup on the product itself.
Yeah, markups are all within reason.
Okay.
So if we tell you, you know what, you're overpricing a customer, or you're overpricing yourself, we have to be honest to you, and honest to the industry.
Right.
That there are certain margins and certain parameters that we work within.
Okay.
And industry guidelines. So it's important to say that, because you must understand that if you overprice your customer today, he's not going to be your customer tomorrow.
For very long, yes,
because everyone has that certain level of intelligence to understand that, you know what, I'm being ripped off, or, you know, and don't supply or don't overcharge a customer if you sense desperation and so on, you know, because you want a customer who's going to be with you
For the long
for the
term.
long haul,
Okay.
you know. So that is why it's a very low margin game, more specifically in the high volume, but it's a volumes business,
Okay.
you know. To be there just to build relationships and to grow gradually.
Okay, 100%. Thanks so much, guys. I'll leave some contact details in this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Zahir, thanks again.
Thank you, Aslan.
Okay.